Howdy, howdy, it's the morning, howdy, morning, howdy.
What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Morning Howdy. Like every morning, howdy. So today's subject is gonna be chess. No, not checkers. I'm talking about chess. The man's game. The reason I want to bring up this game, man, I grew up playing chess. I love chess. It's so competitive, and you use your brain. They say an average pro game of chess burns up to 1,000 calories per game. And the reason this is because if it's a legit game, let's just say 15 minutes is on the clock, it's like a 30-minute game. So there's this thing about 30 minutes, they're sitting down, and they're not just sitting down relaxing, they're concentrating, they're constantly focused on a board, they're constantly thinking of all the different possibilities that can happen from the first move down to the last move. And there's pressure because someone's going to win and someone's going to lose, and someone's got goals and someone's doing it for fun. Now, chess is not an easy game to play against someone who knows how to play. Anyone can learn how to play chess. It's a kid's game, in a sense, to an old person's game. It's an everyone's game. It's rated E for everyone. It can get a little, hectic, but it's still going to be rated E. Chess is what they call a game of endless possibilities. And like all sports, you get endless possibilities. But it's a two-player game. And, there's just sitting down, relaxing, but there's millions and billions of possibilities in chess. Down from the first move, down to the last. So generally, you want to move your pawn, start a defense, so you can start your offense. You want to make sure that their first moves don't destroy your first moves if you're a black piece. You want to play defensively. Even for the white, you play offensive, you play defensive to be offensive, okay? So, in the game, you could be super aggressive, you could be super defensive. That itself is its own possibility. You could be in a tournament, you could just be at home, you could take chess itself into a real life situation. Like a lot of conquerors, emperors, crusaders, kings, presidents, diplomats. Chess opens up the mind. It opens up doors. It lets you think a couple steps ahead. It makes you look into the future a little bit and predict what's going to happen. You can take it as you see it. The king is the most important. The pawns are not. But the pawns are just as important as the king, because without the pawns, there would be no king there. There's no one to protect them. So you take into a concept of your terrain. You're into a square, you're in an open field, right? But each piece has its own movement. It has its own direction. It has its own task in hand. So the pawns, they only move forward. Just like all pawns, an army or anything like that, you always move forward first, right? And when you hit the wall, when you hit another person, the most strategic way to defeat your enemy is from the side, where he's least weak, from the side, because right in front of you, it's just going to be shield on shield, So you take that into consideration. And then you take the consideration, well, if one takes one takes the other. So you start getting into a numbers game. How many defenders and how many attackers on one piece? You want to make a surge in the middle, but for one direction, but how many pieces are going to interact when you go in? It could be 5, it could be 2. But you want to play the numbers game. You want to make sure your moves come out to your greater outcome, your greater number, as in the pieces you have left. It's you could call it plus and minus. There's a lot of ways to look at a chessboard. When you look at checkers, you get the white in the black pieces, the white and the black squares, right? And then you kind of look at it from a 3D perspective, of the outlines of where things can go and how it's gonna happen and who's gonna be the most problem for this piece. You can take that in consideration into life. First, you're a pawn. You can only move forward. There's no going backwards. It's true. We start off as pawns. The reason why is because we all start going forward. We can't start going backwards. That doesn't make sense. We start going forward in life. Okay? Then we have the horse. They can lead up in front of us. They can jump the wave. Right? They're wild. They're, as you could say, smarter than what we give them. You know, if the horse knew it was smarter than the humans, they wouldn't be messing with us. You know, they don't know that. It's best they don't know that, the horses. So, but they're important. The horses are just as important as the pawns, if even not more important. If you were to look at it into a fighting aspect, a horse has to carry a lot of stuff. It has a lot more purposes than a pawn does. It's harder to take care of, you know, and the risk of it, you know, being lost is even greater because it's more of a thing you would want to either take or destroy or whatever. So you know, it's still a 1v1 game, and you have all these different possibilities. And don't even get started in the end game of chess because that's even a higher level of possibilities you can go with. Okay, and in life, you kind of have to take life from a chessboard. And I'm trying to think of those ways that I can represent the ways in a life. It's because you always want to plan ahead. You always want to make sure all your possibilities are covered, if in a sense. If something happens here, there's something to protect it here. You always have a backup plan. Okay? You should be prepared if something is taken away from you, right? What do you do whenever you have an abscess of something? You have more pieces. What do? You don't go keep going and blunder your pieces. You don't go around wasting your money, right? You'll lose it all. You lose your pieces when you have an excess lead, or you have more pieces on the board, meaning you have more money. You can look at it in a lot of ways. You can have more pieces, and then you can go back into defensive. You're holding on to your money. You don't need to expend your resources that you've collected, from your opponent. But you don't really collect things from your opponent in the game. You only take away. You can get more if you get your pawn to the other side. It's too hard. No one's just gonna let you do that. Okay? And in the sense, the game makes you smarter. The game makes you smarter because when you think of all these possibilities, right? And you play a game, what happens if all those possibilities don't work? You have to think of a new one. You think of new ways the pieces can move in correlation. You start thinking of all, because you can do one thing one way. But once you find out all the ways to do it, you're going to find yourself a lot smarter. You're going to be, because once you know more, everything comes easier. The game seems more simple. You'll most likely be able to prepare yourself for whatever comes your way if you know more of all the possibilities. To best know your defender, your attacker, you must know yourself, right? Because if you know yourself, you know whoever the other person is, because whoever you're playing against or whoever you're versus is going to be a human just like you. They're going to think of almost the same strategies just like you. So you start coming down to this, it's like the foundation that everyone follows. It's like, this is the best way. And then from there, you break apart into your own. You could apply this into music, into art, anything. You're going to have a lot of ways to express yourself in real life and in the game. You could be a dominant queen player. You just always want to use the queen. You use the power when you have it, and it's your baby. Or you could just be a pawn player. You use the troops that are given there, your defensive pieces, and you exploit them to the fullest. So you can express yourself in the game in a lot of ways. There is the best. Okay, so the best chess player is Magnus Carlsen. He's I think a little bit older than me now. If not a year or two. He's a world champion. As a young kid, He was like one of the youngest grandmasters ever. Okay, this guy Magnus Carlsen played 10 separate people without even looking at the board, and never looking once at the board. He played 10 separate people at the same time, knew exactly where the pieces were, and won each game without even looking at the boards, and without writing with on paper, all in his head. So you think about how smart this guy must be to be the world champion, to play all these people who know all the possibilities, but always to come out on top. Now, in chess, what usually is either comes to a draw or a winner. The draw means, there is no winner. And it's considered, to not be a loss. A drawing is something that it's a win. It's a win in a sense because no one loses. And you don't lose anything from it. So a draw is in a sense a win. You want to either win or take a draw. It's not like football where your record is going to be ruined if you have a bunch of draws, or a soccer. No. A draw is really good in chess. It's really good. Because generally it's kind of easy to lose in chess. But if you know how to not lose, then it's really hard to lose in chess. And you always end up in a draw. You always find a way that, you don't give up your advantage, and so you end up in a stalemate. Now, to win in chess, you must destroy your opponent. You must kill the king. You must dethrone the king. And, chess players take the game personal. I mean, we've all seen the chess hustlers in New York City. They be making money off those games. They make it off a living. And all these grandmasters, man, they make chess as a living. To play chess and to win, they make it into a living. Think how much more harder it is when only the smart people play the game of chess. There aren't just swole people who only need to know how to push someone, right? Or only know how to shoot a bucket. No, this guy has to know multiple strategies, multiple outcomes. He has to have a brain of a calculator. So you're versing only smart people. People with photographic memory, like in the pro league. People who have been to college, Harvard, and all this, because they have such great skills with the mind. Because it's a mind game. It's not a board game, it's a mind game. Because you can expect one move and they're really okay, you see something. You see a horse and you expect, he's going to pull a pawn, blah, 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 and he's going to do this. And it's completely opposite. There's too many possibilities that can happen. And you try to predict it, right? And your prediction's wrong, and then your defense is plundered. Plundered is a chess term for, leaving your piece out in the open and it gets taken. Just doing something stupid. You're plundering a piece. You're giving it away for free, practically. It means you fucked up. It means you're not good. You're no good at chess. I still play with my grandpa to this day. And man, he beat me the other day. Jesus Christ. I don't even know how. You know how? He takes so long. I lose my mind. I'm like eating food, playing a video game, just trying to not lose my mind, just waiting on his move. I already know what the best move is for him. I've already calculated it. And he's just taking so long, And so right when he makes a move, I make a move and it's the wrong move and I lose the game. And I just made the biggest mistake ever. That's his strategy. He uses his patience against me because he knows I'm a youngin. He knows I don't have any patience. I'm just ready to win. Like I know I'm a win. And he probably thinks I'm a win too, right? And I just screw up. I make mistakes. I get myself distracted. I can't stay steady on the mind, on the game. There's a lot of techniques to play a game of chess. And that's why chess has came into a blitz type tournament. So chess used to just be whenever the winner is whenever the game is over, and it could last for days. There's been times chess games have lasted a very long time. Very, very long time. So they changed it up where it's on a timer and you get like 3 minutes, 5 minutes on the clock, 10 minutes. And every time you make a move, you got to click and their time starts, and they click it, then your time starts. It goes back and forth until there's a winner or one of the person's times runs out. And it makes chess even crazier. It makes it crazy. Because this guy Magnus Carlsen is playing blitz chess. And he's beating everyone because he thinks of these moves and all the possibilities instantly. He knows every move already. He knows all the outcomes. This guy, he moves instantly. He doesn't even think anymore. He's just like a robot. It's like he's a DJ playing chess, He's just doing this. It's literally like, it's crazy. It's crazy that people can move their minds in such a way. And then they're just not athletic at all, you know, in a sense of athletics. But the mind is the strongest tool of all. So that's like, if your brain is swollen in your biceps, man, you're stronger than you think you are. So chess is a fun game, man. It's fun, you know. The game isn't always about winning. You know, you could just have the. When I play, I take it as a fun time to do something with my grandpa. I find it as a time for him to use his mind, to, you know, find tools, chess game to keep his mind going. You know, to keep his mind strained. You know, you need to work your muscles. You need to work your brain. You need to use your mind. I find it's such a great tool for kids too. When you teach kids how to play chess, man, you're teaching your kid a great future, because when you know chess, you know there's a bunch of outcomes. You teach your kid how to lose, not just by what his physical force is, but with his intelligence. If a kid can be more intelligent than an adult and can beat an adult. If a kid was trying to play football, there's no way he's going to beat the adult. Right? So you use your mind. It's a mind game. It makes it fun. It makes it, you know, the battle of the minds is one of the craziest battles of them all. Because one person wants to be smarter. They want to be seen as the smartest person around. They require the most knowledge. To be the biggest database that everyone comes to for advice. You know, when you become a great chess player, man, you know, you are looked at. When you become a grandmaster in chess, you are respected. Respected. I'll tell you why. Because you have, you know, chess, it's not really what money's game. So when you come to that level, you've taken a lot of time to study the game. And it's a gentleman's game at that. It's a gentleman's game. It's sort of like when you see like a great tennis player or something. I don't know, not a tennis player, but you know, they're really respected people. You know, they're seen as a great mind. They're seen as someone who took a lot of time to study. I don't know. It's like being a great golfer and getting that green jacket or something. You know, it's just like a great title. You know, it's a respectable title. You get that title by doing good things, prosperous things, working the mind, working. You know, you got to be a smart person. You gotta, you know, it's like being a professional in anything. If you're called a professional in anything, you're generally going to be respected because people know you put in the hard work. And hard work is one of the most respectable things out there. And dedication, okay? And when you get all those, man, you're all good. And let me tell you, the ladies love a good chess player. Because if you're a chess player, man, you know how to talk to them ladies. Because you know all the little strategies. You know all the strategies if you're a chess player. You know. I mean, shit. If you're a chess player, you know the queen is making all the moves for the king. Yeah, chess players got it. Okay, no, enough of that. So let's think about all the chess players around now, man. I would say 9/10 of the population has played a game of chess before. I'm gonna say that. So everyone's played the game of chess. Some people don't like it. You know, some people would rather do other things. It's okay. How long has chess been around? Chess has been around since Alexander the Great's time. So, I'm actually going to look this up. Let's take 2 seconds. Because I'm sort of forgetting the times, and then this is important. La la la. Chess invented when? Okay, chess. So, they believe in chess was originated in India, okay? And invented in the 6th century AD, okay? So it's commonly believed that the Persians created it, and then it was modernized over the future. You know, this is true. This is probably true. So think about this. People have been playing chess for a very long time. And if you look at it, chess players have only gotten better. The scores have only gotten higher. So what does that mean? Does that mean people are getting smarter? I mean, technically, yeah, people are, you know, so you take a chess game and you think about all the people who play chess. Only the royalty people play chess. You know, only the people who could acquire the game and acquire the knowledge. And making pieces back then were probably a really hard thing to do, to make the little chessboards. It wasn't like how it is now, and you could just pop out a machine, like candy. So, chess game was, generally a higher up type of person game. We all know that. We all know that that's just how it was. And when you start, taking in all those possibilities in a time where, there's not a lot going on, everything is really common, and it's going to be like that until the Industrial Revolution. You take a chess game, man, you take all those possibilities, and then you look back into life. Damn, what is this? What more possibilities? Does life have endless amount of possibilities? You look into a chess game, you look at it back into life. And it's crazy because it's true. Life is like a game of chess. There's too many possibilities. You can implement so many different things into your pieces and reflect it back into life. And man, it could help you. It could actually help you. And a lot of, like I said again, military people play the game of chess to have the understanding of leverage, everything that it provides. I think I just went over that in the beginning, but. So I have thought about going back into a chess tournament just for fun, just to see how it goes. I was actually in chess club in the 3rd grade. I didn't stay in too long because I kept getting beat by these so I just kept getting beat. That's all I have to say. So I was just like, I don't want to play anymore. I get beat by my grandpa all the time. I get beat by these kids. I don't understand the rules. So I just quit. But nowadays I appreciate it so much more. I love the game. It's really fun. I ask people to play me. All the time. Not all the time. When I have a chance to ask someone to play me, I always ask them to play so we can do something while we talk, or just have a little fun. I like to see how people's minds work too. They might. A lot of people use the best piece as quick as possible. Some people baby their pieces. Some people. Some people don't understand the game. I get that. Some people. Like I said in the beginning. The game of chessboard expresses a lot about a person and how they would want to move, And I guess I get if they don't know how to play as good as me. It would make sense that I would win, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. It's crazy how the chess is nowadays because it is a sport now. It is a sport. In the Cold War days, they had America versus Russia. They had those type of battles. Who was the smartest chess player? They had that for a lot of different things. They always wanted to know. And then the best chess player versus the computer. Now everything is versus the computer now. Well, what's the next thing? Are we gonna have football players who are gonna go against the computer? Some crazy robots on the defensive line. Trying to attack us, crazy stuff. And, the computer wins, sometimes, not every time, but the computer isn't perfect. Nothing's perfect. A calculator seems pretty perfect to me, but, that's not perfect either. Nothing's perfect. Again, the chess could be better if it had different rules, or, we could always say things like that. No, the main reason I wanted to talk about chess, I would like to see more people play chess. I wish there was more chess things going around. Or maybe I don't know about them here, or maybe there's more in different places. Man, tell the kids to play chess. Don't do drugs, play chess. Chess will only make you smarter. It'll make your decision-making skills even better. It's best to appreciate, So it's one of those games that's been longer than football. You could take football and taking it from chess because if you look at it, how they write plays and footballs, it looks like a chess game, man. You got your pawns, you got your pieces that move, and then the quarterback is the queen, right, or the king. You don't want to get sacked. You take it. One person takes one person, one takes first. You simulate, and it's almost completely similar. You can take it into basketball. Pretty much everything can originate from chess, but how chess was made, you could just take chess as into life. That's how, you know, people made a chess game. How chess was invented. They just looked at his life. Life had, they designed it where it has endless possibilities, multiple ways to play the game. It's not like checkers, man. Checkers is, I think checkers is lame, man. It's too, to me it seems too simple. It seems like each piece does the same thing, man. It's like there's no complexity about it. You know, in this game you have pieces that go diagonal all the way. You got pieces that only go forward and left and right like a compass. You got pieces that hop pieces that go 3 spaces and then to the left, you know, crazy stuff. And then you have like a queen that does everything besides jump. And you kind of take it into like, that's how it is in life. You take it into like a corporation. You have a person that makes all the rules. You have a person that only has one job. You have persons that can go here to here in an instant, like managers, man. You can apply it to a lot of things. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy because there's too much similarities in a chess game to life. And, you know, why wasn't chess just called life? I mean, that's a good question. I mean, maybe it really does. I've never even looked up what does chess even mean, like the meaning of chess. Okay, let's see. Really, meaning of chess. And some people say chest, like chess. Like I don't even know why people say that. No, there's no meaning of the word chest. I mean, that's just the name of it. But I mean, man, mess, chest, a big mess. You got a bunch of pieces going around. You don't know what's going on. Everyone, there's big mess going around. It's big test. I don't know. But yeah, guys, you all should play your chess. Look up chess. You'll maybe find some interesting tests. Try to take life as a game of chess. You know, you're gonna have all these possibilities. You're gonna have backup to your pieces. You know, are you using something offensively? If you're doing something offensively, what's the best way? You implement an idea. How do you back up that idea? And if someone attacks your idea, well, how can you attack them on whatever idea they're trying to accuse you of? You gotta think of these concepts. You're starting a business, right? And it's a restaurant business, and then the first thing you think about is competition. So you put a pawn out there. You put every pawn is another competition, and then you put what are they serving, and you know what people want to eat, and then from there, you know, you just go on to the next thing. You know, then you gotta hire like good servers or whatever, and then, you know, all these different possibilities, right? And you have to implement them, and you have to see how they work. I mean, without ever seeing how it works, you'll never know what the outcome would be, right? And that's why if you can't get over the wall, man, you build a ladder. And the ladder wasn't built just, that was the first idea. No, they built up different ways. First it was the rope, try to climb the rope, you know. First they tried going around. That took too long, you know. Then they built the stairs. They tried out the possibilities. That's why they're there. And you get different outcomes from every different possibility. And it's hard to try all the things that are possible. But you gotta try the possible. If something's not working, man, you keep doing the same move in chess and you keep losing, it's not working. You gotta try another outcome. You gotta try another possibility. You do what works in the beginning, you keep going, and then you try that new possibility. And that's how you have to take life. Everything's a new possibility. Everything comes with a new outcome. You wake up in the morning, you do something different. Don't keep doing the same things every day. It's not gonna work out for you. Life will read you. Life will take the thing you're doing every day, and it will make a potato out of you. It's like you go every day, you go to McDonald's and you work every day. You do the same thing every day. You're not going to prosper. You're just saving up a little money every now and then. You're not doing anything different. You're going to keep losing, man. You're working at cheeseburgers.com. You're losing, man. You got to wake up in the morning, take another freaking route, man. Another possibility. Just like a game of chess, man. Stop losing. You know, we got to go out there and go and kill it. We need to go out and do these possibilities we're scared of doing. And because we're scared to lose a piece, we're scared to lose something. We're scared that our days are going to end up different, or I'm going to be tired, or I'm going to get hurt, or we're scared that, you know, I'm not going to have enough gas to get home. You know, maybe you won't have enough gas to get home. But you can save up the next day and then take that possibility, bro. We can all do these things that we don't want to do. Like, I've been thinking about going downtown for the longest. in the morning and just with walking around, but I haven't done it yet. I haven't just took the assertiveness. I don't know what the outcome of that is going to be because I don't know the first place I'm supposed to go. So the first thing I need to do is go research. I need to research what's out there. So I need to research so I can just go. All right. I'm taking what I'm talking about into my actual day-to-day life. I don't just come out here and say things I don't do. Okay. Everything I either say I've already done or I'm gonna do. That's the goal. That's the goal. I'm taking what I'm saying accountable through the videos, and then I'm gonna try to do it myself. I have all the proof that I have said it. I'm not gonna forget it. I'm gonna do things. I'm gonna try the new possibilities. Right? If I keep waking up at 8, let's wake up a little bit earlier. Okay? Let's go through the day a little bit earlier. We'll see it. When you go through the day an hour early and you do the same things and just cut an hour, man, the people you see will be different. Everything around you is going to look different. It's not going to be the same. You're not going to be in the traffic, right? You're not going to see Sarah Lou getting donuts at the same time as you. All right? And that itself will come out with different outcomes. And your day will end up a little quicker. Maybe you'll have an extra day of sunlight on you. And with that extra day of sunlight, you might be outside playing with your kids. Different possibilities, man. Different possibilities. You know, life is a multitude of possibilities that's infinite. We need to find our infinite to where we keep going straight. So there's nothing's going to stop us. We need to keep going and trying all these new things until we reach what we're looking for. We can't give up. There's still no more possibilities. There's still always something different we can do. Alright guys, with that, thank y'all very much for listening. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Let's all play a game of chess. Hey, you want to play me a game of chess? Put a comment down. We'll play a game of chess. Until next time, guys. Howdy, howdy.